I'm Brent Tharp. I'm the director of the Georgia Southern University Museum. And today we're at the Museum on Main at the Statesboro Convention and Visitors Bureau. This space is a fairly unique collaboration between the Statesboro Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Georgia Southern University Department of History, and the Georgia Southern University Museum. Each year we get to mount an exhibit in this space that helps visitors who come here to understand the context of the area of South Georgia and the unique gifts and perspectives here. And this year we're delighted to present for the first time this exhibit on the history of the Gretsch Corporation and the significant gift that they have given to Georgia Southern University and how that's going to impact this area for a long time. As I mentioned, this is a really unique collaboration. This exhibit is actually built by graduate students in the public history program here at Georgia Southern University. As part of their museum studies course, an introduction to museum studies, we get an opportunity to look at the history of museums, contemporary issues in museums, and all of the major areas that museums deal with for these students as an introduction. But they do that primarily through the lens of exhibits, a unique aspect of museums. And so they get to each year to design and develop an exhibit in this space as part of this collaboration. And so this year's group of students has been fortunate to have the opportunity to work with this amazing collection from the Gretsch Corporation. This wonderful donation to Georgia Southern University that will have all kinds of impact in music education and history in the future was the focus of the collection for them to work with. But then the students take that opportunity to come up with a title, with a focus of the exhibit, the major interpretation they want to talk about. They choose the artifacts in the exhibit and also write the label copy. And then fortunately we're able to work with a talented designer each year thanks to this SCVB to fund the exhibit that then helps them design the wonderful exhibit, and they come back and fabricate it. So more than just a theoretical exercise in class, they get to actually take an opportunity to put what they've learned into action here in this gallery. And so visitors will be able to visit here and understand the history of the Gretsch Corporation, some of the details of the science behind the guitars and drums that have made them so famous, some of the artists that have helped support that group for years, and also this important grant gift to Georgia Southern University and how that'll impact the area.
Hi, I'm Aaron Phillips, the curator for the Fred and Dinah Gretsch Artifacts Collection at Georgia Southern University. In 2021, Fred and Dinah Gretsch, fourth generation owners of the Gretsch Manufacturing Company, decided to gift a sizable portion of their personal collection of artifacts and instruments, business records, and personal histories to Georgia Southern as part of a larger collaboration between the university and its School of Music and the company to further their goal of music education. In addition to their personal collection, Fred and Dinah also made a sizable monetary donation to the School of Music, which is now renamed the Fred and Dinah Gretsch School of Music. My role as curator is to, on a daily basis, work with the collection. Part of that includes retrieving everything from their warehouse location in Southeast Georgia and bringing it here to the university for organization, preservation, and eventual use in exhibits such as this. First project that I was involved in as curator was putting together that great Gretsch Sound Museum at Plain Riverside District in Savannah. That was a partnership between Georgia Southern and Richard Kessler and the J.W. Marriott, and it features over 200 pieces from the Gretsch collection, mostly guitars and bass guitars, but as well as several other small artifacts, band instruments, and personal ephemera from the collection. Our goal with that exhibit was to put the collection in a space, as well as the university's name, that would reach a lot of people, and we're very excited about the exposure that that exhibit is getting and the attention that has been brought to the university through it. After that, our next goal was to bring something here to Statesboro, and we had the wonderful idea to include graduate students in the history department and public history program to do that. And the students certainly delivered. This is a one-of-a-kind exhibit that features some of the best items from the artifacts collection, and we're excited for people here in Statesboro to see this as well. This particular part of the exhibit titled The Science Behind That Great Gretsch Sound. It's probably my favorite part. In putting together the exhibit with the students, I kind of had an interesting realization, myself being a musician as well as a historian, that not everyone knew how a guitar functioned and what the little knobs and buttons on a guitar accomplished. So I decided to put together a space that tells visitors exactly that. Not only does this provide detailed information on how everything works, but we also have created a layout, kind of a 3D layout of the individual components of the guitar, linking all of them back to the specific function that they serve.
Hi, I'm Sadie Ingram, and I'm a Master's of Public History student here at Georgia Southern University. As part of our program, one of my classes was with Dr. Tharp in the Museum Studies course. So as a class, we curated this new Gretsch exhibit in the Statesboro Visitor Center. Different sections of the exhibit were divided up amongst the class, with my section being Bo Diddley's. I did the research for this plaque and wrote what you see here. Bo Diddley has long been one of my favorite Gretsch artists, and in 1955 he played on The Ed Sullivan Show, and his performance is regarded as one of the first performances of rock and roll on national television. After everyone had their dress, we worked together as a class to polish everyone's panels up, and this is how you have these panels you see here.